Hey, how's it going, everybody? Can you hear me okay? Am I too loud? Am I too low? Am I just right? Put a one if you can hear me. I almost canceled this because Night Hun, love you. Well, there's so many other people going live. Uh, and my brain hurts. My brain hurts. Hold on, let me say hello to everybody. Let me get on live chat here. So, hello, Angel Bear. Who this? Sharon. Angel Bear. Nico. Chris. Share Bear. You made it. Ivy Eye. Dana. You made it. Babs Forever. And Tanya, because I just can't hardly say that name. And I don't know if there's going to be anybody else show up, because like I said, there's Tiffany Marie, she's been freaking live all day long on the Summer Wells case, and then other people are going live on it, and like I said, my brain hurts. There's so much in there. I'm frustrated. Hold on a minute, guys. I got to get somewhere real quick, and because I'm in a griping mood. Well, first of all, just let me tell you what happened. This made me even more gripey today. I was coming home. Well, first of all, I had a car accident last week. So, somebody pulled out in front of me, and I T-boned them. No, my grandson wasn't in the car, but that was the only thing I was worried about because I was on my way to get him. Anyway, so today, this young idiot, punk, we're on our way home on State Road 26, and he decides he's going to pass like 10 cars, and there's a semi coming the other way, and then he just, boop, in between me and another car like a sandwich. And so, then he turns off on the same road I am, passes a semi, and I do too, because the semi's going really slow. Then he slows down really slow, and I'm like, what's he doing? So I pass him. When I go to pass him, he speeds up like he's trying to race me, and to where I can't pass him. And then there's a semi coming, and then there's a car in front of, I look over at him and he's laughing, and I'm like, what? Yes, I cussed. What the F are you doing? I got a kid in the car. He's just laughing at me. He finally slows down so I can get in front of him. Then he waves out the window like bye and turns off. And I'm telling you, I pulled over then because I was going to turn around and follow him because I was livid. I mean, I felt like following the dude to wherever, probably his mommy and daddy's house. So anyway, okay, I want to read a comment. Let me see, did anybody else come in that I missed? Okay, let's see. I want to make sure I didn't miss anybody. Hi, Pammy Joe. Hi, Matt. Okay, good to see everybody. The amount of disgust I have in the Delphi murders community grows daily. After 5 years, one would think people would be smarter. Falling for hook, lines, and clickbait. Unless law enforcement releases it, there is no new information. Only opinions of what's already out there, and you know what they say about opinions. I saw that, and I'm like, bam. So, yeah, there's that. Hi, Shanda. Yeah, there's that. There's that, guys. Because there's so much freaking bull crap in there. By the way, I'm going to be posting that throughout because anybody that wants to come up can, all throughout. I mean, like I said, I don't watch. I mean, I don't even have to watch Delphi, and that's the reason I don't watch anything in Delphi anymore. My favorite creator doesn't come on either. So, I don't show my face anymore. Oh, that's something else. People just have a fit if somebody doesn't show their face. Like there's people trying to track down one of the creators I'm sub to, and he's really good. He does Summer Wells, Scott H. Oh my gosh, people are just having a fit because they don't know who he is. They don't know what he looks like. Hey, is that familiar? Does that sound familiar, by the way, guys in Delphi? Remember Bruiser? Oh my gosh, people just went crazy over it. Oh yeah, I want to say something else real quick. I'm in a mood, guys, so just, okay? Angie's in a mood. You guys remember that? You remember back in the day? Oh, hey, by the way, share. Remember when we did a 6-hour live stream? I was talking to my husband about that the other day. How, like, man, these people, a lot of people do these 6, 7, 8, 9-hour lives now, and some of them are really informative and stuff. But I can't do it. But I remember when we did. You remember that? We just hung out. We were just talking away. We were just having a blast. And I was like, you guys, we've been on here for 6 hours. And then you guys begged me to do it again ever so often. You remember that? Anyway, yeah, I'm in a mood today. But I want to get this out of the way too. Oh, Charlie, please. He's in a mood too. Oh, my Amazon. You got these creators or subs or friends that get mad at you if you watch another creator or another person. Like, say they have a falling out with somebody. Well, you better not go watch who they don't like. I'm going to have to shut these doors and then I'll get hot. Sorry, guys. It's mating season. It's evening. And so, yeah, that's what's going on with him. Anyway, well, hi, Hope. How are you? Have I missed anybody else? I'm sorry if I missed somebody. Oh gosh, man, I'm telling you what, my mind can just go from here to there, my ADD. Because that's another thing. People get upset with creators because they might not see a question or a comment, but people don't understand how hard it is when you talk or you have somebody on panel and you don't see the chat. Anyway, so back to what I was saying is, people have a fit and they cry and they whine because, they might not like a creator or they had a falling out with a creator or, but then, so they don't want you having anything to do with that creator or that sub. Hey, Otto, how have you been? Hey, Yorkie. And so then, they don't want you watching a creator or they don't want, I mean, I know that personally. There's people mad at me right now because me and Bruiser got past our issues. And, I know that for a fact. I don't care. Anyway, but yeah, it's like that over there in Summer Wells too. It's like that in the Delphi community. It's like that in Summer Wells. It's probably like that in all kinds, it's the true crime community is nuts. It's stupid. I'm subscribed to a lot of creators, a ton in Summer Wells. Doesn't mean I agree with everything they say, everything they do. There's a lot of times I'm like, what? What are you thinking? What do you mean? What are you saying? But then A lot of them still bring something to the table. It's nobody's business what somebody does, who they watch, what, it's just childish. It's stupid. Yep, been there, haven't we, Otto? It is like the old days, Yorkie. That's right, Matt. There is. And then there's something there's a lot of good creators too that don't allow people to bash creators in their chat. And then there's those that will allow you to do that. And I don't like that. I don't. I don't. I think it's wrong. But it's their channel, I guess. So guess what? They can do what they want to do. So I just want to see if I wanted to touch on anything else on Delphi. Because, I think I've said it all. Everybody knows how I feel about Delphi. Facts. I feel that way about every case. I didn't think there could be another case go so wild or crazy than Delphi. But I want my lands. Yeah, Shanda. Well, I tell you, I don't watch anybody anymore on Delphi. I'll pop in Grays now and then because, to be honest, and I know a lot of people don't like Gray. Hey, that's your own opinion. Like who you want, don't like who you want. But I'm going to tell you what, he ain't going to put out no BS on it, is he? Hi, Nancy. How are you? He's not going to put no BS out. Now, now Deb's not here tonight. I don't know where she's at, that little stinker. But yeah, Otto, I know. It's been a long time. Hey, you know what? I had to take a step away. For one, too much drama. And then we lost 3 people. Well, for me, it was 3 people. Michael Catt, dang. Bruiser and Ron. Dang. And then, my life got so chaotic. My mom. Then I lost, people personal to me. And then it's just been so chaotic. And then, and then I kept saying I was coming back. I'm going to come back. And then, you all know I'm a believer. And I just kept hearing this voice, not yet. And then, because I know people were messaging me, people right here in this chat, and I'm like, I'm coming back soon. And it just kept, and then finally, but anyway, now I did watch it's a criming shame. And I know a lot of people don't like Sunny either, and that's their opinion. They think she's, and you know what? I'm going to sit here right now and admit I used to think that too. But I can't even remember what night they did it, but I left a comment because it was interesting. It really was. Now I am not and never will be on that Garrett Kurtz train. They would have arrested him. I'm telling you. I believe somehow The Kleins are involved somehow, but I believe there's more people. I believe this is going to be bigger than we've ever expected. When Tobe said the community will be shocked, he said that for a reason, and I believe the community will be. And it's not going to be because of the Kleins. It's going to be, you just wait and watch. Just wait and watch. I'm missing comments. I'm sorry. It is good to see everyone, isn't it, Hope? Almost pretty much of the gang's back. Well, Shanda, you'd think, I guess, but it gets frustrating, though. You know, it gets frustrating when you see so much misinformation and so much of it is it's so drastic, and some of it's so disgusting, you know. And when you hear people saying that, it'd be one thing if they just put it out as their opinion or what they think, but when they put it out there and they say they know it, or they put it out as fact, when somebody says, I know what the crime scene, you know, or I know what that autopsy, or I know this, or I know that, you know what I mean? That really infuriates me, because there's no possible way. There just isn't. And then, you know, and I'm going to sit here and I'm going to admit I'm very biased when it comes to Ron Logan, because I love that man. I love that man like my dad. So when somebody sits on their panel, and somebody that's been, and I don't care if you're going to figure out who I'm talking about or not, because you probably will. And I'm very disgusted with this person. When he's been on this case from the beginning, first boots on the ground, and I'm not talking about frickin' Greeno. And then he gets involved with these other creators. And he gets on his panel and says, well, I know Ron had a party the night before, and I know he gave keys to people. And I know Garrett Kurtz had a key to his, and stuff like that. After 5 years of being on this case, just because somebody tells him this crap, and just because, you know, I mean, come on. You're not that daggone gullible. Or maybe he is. But it just infuriates me. And the same person says he knows what happened at the crime scene, or he knows about the autopsy, or he this, or he that. No. And another thing, I'm not happy with the murder sheet either. And not just about Ron Logan, about everything they do, because they're just as bad as some of these YouTubers. They just do it to raise their bars. That's the only reason. Matt says, quick change of subject, but oh my gosh, it is hot as bunk here today. Oh, hey, buddy. I know it, right? It got to 100 here. Well, last time I looked. That's right. Ron Logan overpaid his dues. I mean, the man can't even, you know, he's gone and people still can't leave him alone. But, you know, but I think a lot of creators are like that when they, you know, because CSI, you guys all know who CSI is. She's part of the Delphi community. She's also part of the Summer Wells community now. She's a sweetheart. And, which I'm going to get into a little bit of that here later. But, you know, she's been talking to somebody and she's gotten close, not that kind of close as she's been accused of. And she kind of admitted, you know, well, I'm kind of biased because. And then Ziggy, she went and her little brave butt, and I'm telling you, she's brave. I wouldn't do it. And there's not much that scares me at all, but you ain't going to catch me in that holler down there with the kind of people that live down there. And I'm not saying everybody's like that, but there are some dangerous people that live there. But she took her butt right in there and talked to Fred Hill. And she admitted on her panel, she's kind of biased. And then there's Justice for All, who was able to track down Jose, and he's so you kind of get that way, you know. But I don't know. I just don't like. I just don't like things being put out as fact if they're not fact. And if you hear it from somebody, that's not fact, that's hearsay. And almost everything in Summer Wells' case, I mean, almost every freaking thing that we know is hearsay. But people take it as fact. That's funny, Otto. Well, we just got to have faith, Chanda, that it does get solved. Yeah, Pammy, but and that's what made me so mad about the murder sheet when they did do that. But and I know a lot of people thought that when they did that with Ron, but everybody said, "Oh, well, they're going to pin it on Ron now. He's dead," and blah blah blah. So that should show some faith in our law enforcement, right? It should, because they could have easily done that. They could have easily solved the case. Ron's dead. They could have very easily have said, "Okay, here, closed case. We found some new evidence, blah, blah, blah. Ron Logan did it." Boom. So that's got to give us some faith in our law enforcement. Well, I have that faith, Chris, that they will be caught. I know, Hope. Me too. Well, you guys are going to see a little bit of a different side of me tonight. But I mean, I don't know. Well, the thing is in Delphi, I always said, I don't like mentioning POIs. I don't like bringing them up. I don't like blasting them. I don't this. But the person I'm going to bring up tonight, she's brought herself into this. Well, hi, Taffy. I'm not getting a lot of notifications either. And it burns my biscuits because some of my greatest favorite creators in Summer Wells, I don't get notifications, and I'll just happen to be scrolling through and I'll be like, "What? How long have they been live?" Or "What? Their video's over. I didn't even see it." But this person, and I hope she's watching, I actually commented on one of her. Hi, Kathy. Yes. Thank you. I commented on her community post because she does videos, and I'm going to tell you what, she does videos. I mean, she will do her lives all night long and all day long. She leaves her comments turned off, so you can't comment afterwards. You've got to be a subscriber in order to comment, but you have to be a subscriber for so long before you can comment, and I don't know how long that is. I can't watch her for very long, honestly. But it's Jody Sue Brown. She's tagged in my video on purpose. So she's either watching or she will, and then she'll drag me. She'll drag me either right now while she's watching, or she'll drag me tomorrow, and I don't care. But she put herself in this case. So this will probably be the only one and only time that you ever see me do this. Oh, I watch a lot of chats from the bushes, guys. I do that a lot, but I'm getting a little bit more chatty. So Summer Wells has been exploited too, big time. I mean, she has. There's a lot of creators that really, really care about her. And I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and talk about who makes money, who doesn't make money, because I don't have an issue with, creators put in the hard work, the equipment, the research, and all that. But then there's Jody Sue, who is a suspect. Everyone is a suspect. Ronnie Lawson says she's a suspect. And so, boy, oh boy, I don't even know where to start. I knew this was going to happen. See, there's a lot of people right now live with Summer. They're talking about the reward fund now. Tiffany, I don't know. I got in the middle of that when she was talking about that. I don't know what's going on. I don't know, but I didn't donate. I don't got a dog in that fight. I saw Q show proof of everything. She was transparent. I don't know what's going on with that. I really don't. And I'm not even going to say anything about it. So anyway, you've been in Summer Wells at all, Dana? So a lot of you ain't, watch Squall Tit. Let me link her channel. I should put, now you hear Lexi. No, that's Charlie going. That is a bird. That Squall Tit, that's a bird, name of a bird. You see me around in chats, Hope, do you? You just watch that from the bushes. Oh man, my brain is just, it hurts. It hurts. I don't know where to start except for I wish Scott H was around. Really, he's good. He's good. Oh, well, then there's this Crystal. I think it's Crime and Chill now, but you know who that is? Hope, it was Crystal Crime Time. Like she was in with, she was talking to Scott H and Squall and everybody, and then one day she just flips. I'm telling you what, trust no one. Trust no freaking one. I got a handful of people that I trust. Hey, Crime. I got a handful of people that I trust. That's it. That is it. You don't know how disappointed I was. I saw somebody put up a video. I didn't see it for a couple, 3 days because the notifications, right? And they listed people that have been here from the beginning of the case. Well, for one of them hasn't been here from the beginning of the case, but I heard that person talk so much crap about one of the people that they listed, and they put him there. And I'm like, are you serious? So what do you say about me then when I'm not around? I mean, this is somebody that I consider like a very, very, very good friend. But there's quite a few of those that I did, I have, and I know they're really not. So, well, the video's not up anymore. I mean, just trust no one, okay? Trust freaking no one. Because, yeah, this Crystal Crime Time, yeah, I'm calling her out. I call her out all the time on our channel anyway because she's so contradictive. I mean, she freaking, this is what she did to Squall. She says she didn't do it, but she did because so many people called her out on it. She took the video down, so you can't really prove that she did, but she certainly did. She pretty much said that Squall's story wasn't true. On top of that, she pretty much said Squall went there asking for what happened to her to happen. Yes, she did. And if you're watching, Crystal, come up on panel and tell me different, because you know that's the truth. But she just flipped. She's flipped. And now ever since, she's in bed with Jody Sue and trying to turn the whole community against Scott H., Squall, Penny, everybody. Hi, Anna. Now let's see who this is gonna. I know what she's gonna give me some. She's gonna tell me about myself. Here is what I say about you when you're not around. She's a talker, good people, but can talk your ear off depending on the topic. I thought you were going to say something else. Well, that is the truth. That's the whole truth and nothing but the truth. I can talk when I get started, and I'm all over the place. Is my bird bothering you? I'll shut the door again. I didn't have it all the way shut, and my dog pushed it open and came through. Okay, I need to get to Jody Sue. And I'm sorry, I don't have no notes. That's what my mom said. I go, oh, Mom, I'm just so not prepared for this. I said, my brain hurts. I've got so much, in there. I've watched everything for all these days. And she goes, well, do you have notes? I said, nope. And yeah, that's Charlie. Yeah, I was in another chat and I was up on panel. I can't remember whose. And Sarah Me, she's a sweetheart. She's another sub. And she goes, who has an African gray? I said, me. She goes, I do too. Jody Sue Brown is from the Summer Wells case. Okay, so she is a neighbor. And she started going on panels after Summer vanished. Because that's what happened. Summer Wells vanished, the poor little girl. And I'm reading Pam's comments. I gotta get back over to StreamYard because I watch I don't know why, but I watch in the YouTube chat the comments. Angie, you are an upfront woman. I have been with you from beginning in groups. We had our difference. Then I apologize for listening to Julie Melvin. I haven't been on anything. Walked away from Delphi Group. Thank you, Pam. I don't even remember our differences, Pam. I always remember you being sweet, so don't worry about that. But I know she sure did cause a lot of division with a lot of people. Yeah, crime, because you were on the Summer Wells case when it came out. I remember that. And I might be biased in the Summer Wells case. I don't think the parents did it. Because you know why? There's not one shred of evidence that points to them saying that they did. Now, there's a whole lot of hearsay and a whole lot of rumors and lies, but there's no evidence. You're right, Hope. Jody Sue Brown is dangerous. She's vindictive. She's a liar. And in my opinion, she's an abuser. So she started going on panels, telling her story. Yeah, about Summer, but about her. Well, first, let me start from the beginning now, because a lot of people don't know this. But see, if you go to Squall's channel, she has her videos from before Summer, and this is all in Jody Sue's own words. Well, A. West, how are you, my love? Yes, Jody Sue Brown even went on the news. But before Summer went missing, Jody Sue Brown griped about the Wells, the noise, the kids, how she wanted them off that hill. Couldn't stand them. Couldn't stand them. Oh, also how she'd suffocate a baby if there was something wrong with it. Talking about fresh babies and stuff. And a lot of people say they can't understand her. She is hard to understand. She talks in riddles a lot. So that was before Summer. Well, then after Summer, she started going on panels, and she'd talk about Summer, just how much she adored Summer. And oh, Dawn and Candace were just wonderful parents, and they would never hurt Summer, ever. But along with that, she told her story, her domestic violence story, and how she got cancer, and about her cancer treatments. And I'm not knocking that at all. I'm not going to go there with her medical condition. Not at all. Please let me know if I miss anybody, guys. If somebody new comes in, mods, please welcome them. And see, this is another reason why I come to the YouTube chat too. And if you will, mods, highlight my name and let me know somebody come in, because I know I'm working you overtime. And don't block anybody right away. I don't think we're going to get any trolls or anything. Just let them roll unless you hear me tell you to get them out. I think we're doing fine. Okay, Taffy, that's fine, honey. Oh, Kathy, be safe, honey. Be safe. So where was I? So while she talked about Summer, she always, kept it about herself. Always about her. Everything's about Jody, not really Summer. But my main point is how she really defended Dawn and Candace, and they were perfect parents, and they were, they did, everything, she knew they'd never hurt Summer and everything. But then, eventually, she flipped. And they were the worst parents. And yeah, they did something. And yeah. And yes, of course we're allowed to change our minds, because that's what Tiffany said to me. When I said that, Tiffany Marie said, well, she's allowed to change her mind. Truth and Justice. Yeah, she is. But not the way she, and I was just, I talked to Scott H. Behind scenes on his Reststream one day, and I told him, I said, because I told him what went on, with my life, and how I was just taking a break and everything's going on with my mom and all. And so I just lay in bed at night and watch Summer Wells stuff. I wouldn't chat. I watched from the bushes. I did comment on a few creators. I can't remember which ones. But I said right from the start. And hey, yeah, I've been fooled a lot. I've been fooled a lot by a lot of people in Delphi case. But I can read people too sometimes. And I read her from the get. And I commented on a few creators. And I said, I don't believe anything she says. I knew right from the get with her something wasn't right. Just like a few other people that came out that went in and befriended Candace. Claimed they went in because they felt sorry for her. They really cared about her. Blah, blah, blah. Then they turned around and stabbed her in the back and went on people's panels. And then where are they at now? They got their own channel, making money. Yep. I didn't believe them either. Sure didn't. But anyway. And I'm sorry if this comes out right or don't sound right, but there's only one way I can say it. This whole time, the whole time, it's all about Jody Sue and her monster, which is her DV abuser. But the whole time she defends him. She's defending him. And she also pokes and prods at him. And that's really all I'm going to say about it, because Chasing Truth, I'm telling y'all, if you're not subbed to Chasing Truth in the Summer Wells community, you need to be. Because she is always the voice of reason. She is always on key. She always says the right things at the right time for every situation. And she did say, please don't go after her for her DV. But I really think she's the one that's the aggressor, and she's the one that's the abuser. And the whole time defending Frank Light, who is a very, very dangerous RSO in that holler. Make that make sense. Yes, Anna, that's coming up. But not until, let me put that up here, Anna. Anna says, yeah, but Jody Sue claims A sold drugs to the kids. Guess those kids had good allowance. So, because that is the latest. she waits a whole year after defending Andy, defending Frank Light, swearing up one side and down the other when Andy was accused of being a drug dealer, crying her eyes out on no thanks, investigates. I mean, bawling that he's not a drug dealer. But the minute he hops on panel with CSI, and he don't even say a word about Jody Sue. He's not even talking about her. She flips her frickin' gourd and out of anger makes that accusation. And I'm sorry. I know he is a suspect by LE, but I am on the fence about that. Because everything out of her mouth this entire year has been a lie. Everything. So how are we to know if that is true? He's admitted to selling weed, not to kids, but he's admitted to selling weed. Oh, Michelle After Dark. She's another one. She's another good one. Another very good one. I watch her every morning. I've been late the last few days just because the last few days, has been busy. Had a great weekend, though. Had a great weekend. That's Charlie crime. That's not Lexi, believe it or not. Surprised Lexi's behaving. She usually shuts up for Charlie. And anytime anybody says anything, or like tonight, if she drags me, she's going to say I'm targeting her, terrorizing her. Anytime anybody questions her. And I'm not going to question anything she said because they're all lies. I just want to know why, Jody Sue. Why? I want to know why. Why have you inserted yourself in this case? Why have you changed your stories? And why, when anybody questions you, just asks you a simple question, you flip out on them, drag them through the mud, you play the victim. Hey, Anon, how have you been? I knew it from the get, Anon. I'm going to put your comment up there. I knew it. I knew it from the get. I just did. And I commented on like I said, I can't remember what creators because she'd been on a few, and I left that comment. I am grateful that Tiffany Marie apologized, finally made an apology to people that, but she said she didn't protect Jody Sue, but she did. And somebody said that to her in her chat. But she did, because anytime anybody would come out and talk about Jody Sue or confront Jody Sue, she would drag them. And she dragged them hard. It's good to see you, Anon. I see you around sometimes. I haven't seen you lately in chats, but like I was telling these guys, I am subscribed to a lot of people in Summer Wells. I don't agree with everything they do or they say, but you know, that nonsense, you know, one creator don't like the other, or, oh, like for instance, I was in Tiffany Marie's, because that's the day that, you know, like everybody wanted to know, well, what's Tiffany going to do with this? Because I was really upset because she put that on the kids. I mean, you know, she said that and she brought up one of their name and, you know, all that. And, and there was a sub in there. I'm not going to mention her name, but she started bad mouthing Chasing. She's like, well, Chasing talks to Penny and somebody else. And I said, so? And she goes, I go, you, oh, and they bash somebody or something. And I said, well, you hang out with people that bash people too. She goes, well, that's because I agree with them. I'm like, okay, well, does that make it any better or okay? I mean, you're sitting here bashing Chasing because Chasing just doesn't get into the drama. She doesn't, you know, she just is an even keel person. She tries to not, you know, the fighting and all that. She tries to, and she's like, but she's friends with them. I'm like, who freaking cares? You hang out in a review channel that bashes Ziggy on a freaking daily. I don't care who thinks what about Ziggy. Ziggy's made mistakes, but haven't we all? I mean, every freaking one of us has a past. We've done something we're not proud of. I don't care if it's breaking the law or if it's not breaking the law. We've all done something. We've hurt somebody in some way or another. We've all done something. We all have skeletons in our closet. None of us, everybody needs to sweep off their own back porch. But you hang out in that chat and you bash people along with that chat every day. You're in Tiffany Marie's chat bashing people, and you're sitting here bashing Chasing because she talks to people. Like, okay. Oh, Chasing is like, I'm sorry. I mean, like, I mean, you should never put anybody on a pedestal, but if I could, dang gone right, I would. And I've said this before, Delphi, they go real life, but man, Summer Wells community, they go so real life. Like, I mean, channel call for mass report of CPS on people. Come on now, guys. Yeah. I subbed to Tiffany Marie, and then all I saw was complete drama. But then she kept showing up in my feed, and I'd watch her here and there, and I'm like, I know she cares for Summer. I do know that. I do know she really does care for Summer. So I subbed back to her. But man, if she's got a problem with you, I'm telling you what, I have watched her drag some good creators. And it's awful. And I mean, I just can't, I don't like it. I don't. I'm glad her eyes were opened about Jody Sue. I'm glad she made the apology. I hope it was real. she came from the drama community, so I don't know if she can rub that off or not. I mean, I do know that she loves Summer. I do know that. But so Jody Sue, let me post that again because I know you're here. Come on up. Although she might be watching somebody else that's talking about her. Or anybody that wants to come up can. I don't know. I mean, I know I wanted to say more. You know, the thing is I should just, right when I'm got everything right there on my mind, I should just go live. That's what I need to do from now on. And everything's just right fresh in my brain. But I couldn't really. Because I had plans Saturday. I had church Sunday. And then I was supposed to have company. My brother was supposed to come over Sunday, but something happened. And then, I think we went to the grocery store and stuff. And then yesterday I thought, well, it's the 4th, so I'm not going to go live. Everybody's going to be, you know, but heck, everybody was live. I know, West. I need to just make notes. That's what I used to do. And I don't like the reputation that, you know, Chasing Truth went there. Well, they had that vigil, right? And Chasing Truth and the others, you know, they said people were really lovely there. And like they kind of have this reputation there just because of that holler. And not everybody is like that there. You know, my next bestie lives in Tennessee, right? Not in that area, but not far from. And she's, you know, and I know plenty of hillbillies that are awesome. They give you the shirt off their back, you know? I mean, we can kind of assume that Candace and Don weren't the best of parents. And yeah, maybe they were neglectful. But we don't know anything else. We don't know that CPS was already in the picture. We don't know CPS was coming that day. We don't know, you know, I mean, there's one creator. That's all he talks about. CPS, CPS, CPS. Well, we know CPS was coming that day, and we know. And that's why they got rid of Summer. We don't know that. Hey, Ohio gal. I don't know, Ohio gal. I mean, yeah, see, that's the thing. We hear so much, but we don't know. We don't know if it's fact. And she sure ain't going to tell us. I hope she did. I mean, I hope so. because law enforcement needs to be checking that out. They need to be checking out that accusation. They need to be questioning her, and yes, they need to be questioning Andy, but I'm going to tell you honestly, I'm on the fence about that. I personally don't think that's true, what she said. She waited a whole year, over a year, to say that, after a whole year defending him. She waited until she got triggered to say it. But if it is true, she's as guilty. So they need to take her butt to jail too. And yes, they do. And I'm going to tell you, doesn't matter what I want, but I want TBI to take lead on this. You're right. They did, Anna. They did. I mean, there's all kinds of things that they did with their kids. They put out on Facebook, on videos, but people turn that stuff around too. Oh, well, they were probably, that's why they did that trip. And this is why they did. Oh, and she was out garage sailing for summer because they wanted to make sure she had clothes for and that, it's disgusting. I would too, Anon. I would. Because you see TBI on other cases, and they do a really good job. And you see cases in Sullivan County. I mean, I want to have faith. I want to have faith in Ellie. I do. But, I mean, you heard what EquiSearch said. They're not letting them come back and search, and that really bothers me. But I really don't. This is just my personal opinion and thoughts, and that doesn't mean anything either. I don't think Summer's there. I don't think she's in that area. They do. And they seem to know more than we do. And they probably do. I mean, who knows? I definitely believe they know more than what Detective Pruitt said they do. I mean, if they said they're no further along than what they were a year ago, and that's true, then that is so horribly sad. But I don't believe that. I really don't believe that. They've got to know more than that. I think they just said that to let people think. That's all. Oh, yeah, Grady Judd. Woo-wee. Man, I love him. I love him. That's Sharon Parker's sheriff. She's a lucky gal, ain't she? Where'd she go anyway? I haven't seen her say anything. She must have took off out of here. And that could be Anna. I don't post my grandkids no more. Anyone on here that's my Facebook friend, they know that. I don't post my grandkids. I stopped doing that probably a year ago or longer. For that reason, because there's too many sickos. People snatch up your kids or grandkids' photo and boom, have them on porn and pedo sites just like that. Yes, that's truth. Scary, freaking evil world we're living in. And I hate when I see Well, I'm not going to say it because I don't want to offend any YouTubers. I think a lot of people there. Well, I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to tell you what. I think Jody Sue knows. I think she's protecting somebody. Or she's involved. Probably all three. All of the above. Because she's worked awful darn hard this year. And making money off Summer's back on top of every one of those. I ain't afraid to say it. Yep, I said it. I said it. And I mean it. Yeah, West. You were right. You were right. He'd walk by. Mm-hmm. Hey, Cap. Making a sandwich. What are you eating? Hey, Amy. You'll have to go back and watch. Cap. About Jody Sue Brown. She's my number one suspect. Pretty much, anyway. Oh, yeah. Yeah, West. He'd come in and make a sandwich. Yeah, we're just talking about a little bit of everything. Replays almost better anyway. You can watch it on double speed. I watch everything on double speed. But yeah, I mean, I really never expected to be so drawn into another case besides Delphi. But that little girl just captured my heart. She's captured the world's heart. As usual, Cap. Jody Sue claims she and her kids were together at their cabin, gives alibis to all three, unless there is guilty knowledge and someone eventually talks. Well, believe it or not, she's changed a little bit. She's changed that up a little bit, even. Yes, Ohio. That's sad too. I'm not going to mention the creator's name, but I think I lost some respect for him last night. I caught him on replay. And he said that I think we need to have this conversation. And he's basically upset over the Dylan Rounds case because, and I am too. I'm that PI, he's a loser. I mean, he's a nutcase freaking loser. I mean, I can't believe anybody would even, oh my gosh, he's a nut. Anyway, but he took a stance last night of how nobody should use their platform to bash parents of a victim. And I'm like, 100, yeah, all right, you rock, right? And he kept going and he kept going and he kept going. And then he got some questions, and then he said something about Candace and Dawn, but he wasn't real clear on it. So I left a comment and I asked him, as a matter of fact, just so I can be real clear on it, I'm going to look it up. Hopefully I can find my comment. Yeah, case toxic behavior. Okay, good. It's right there. I said, I'm on same page. Just have a question. You suspect Candace and Dawn, but do you agree it's wrong for the bashing they received? Just curious. He said, they are extremely toxic and seem to enjoy it. Anything I've said about them stands and are because of their own doing on social media. They earned it on their own with all the countless hours of effery they let play out on YouTube while their daughter remains unaccounted for and other children were removed from them. I said, okay, I'm not sure you answered my question unless your answer was yes. Laugh out loud. Happy 4th. I don't believe any parent should be attacked unless charged. And he said that. He said, unless they're charged and convicted. I said, suspected, yes, but attacked, no, because we just don't know yet. Just my opinion, though. Thank you. He said, the criticism they receive from me is well-deserved and earned by their disgusting behavior blasted all over YouTube by themselves. They have proven they are unfit parents and care nothing about Summer. Well, true. They've acted a fool. They've not behaved very good on YouTube and so on. However, a lot of people say, they chose to go on YouTube. They did this, they did that. And they did seek out YouTube. But I don't know if y'all caught this, but I did. I caught a lot of creators, one specifically, calling them all the time to come on their panel, texting them to come on their panel. Several creators doing that, calling them even in the middle of the night to get them on panel, knowing they'd be drunk by then, knowing they'd act a fool. So it wasn't always them, calling YouTubers and saying, hey, can I come on your panel and stuff. So, I mean, I just wanted to put that out there. But anyway, even so, though, I'm sorry. I'm just totally against that. And that's why I chose not to do cases like I used to do, because I don't think I could do them without having an opinion on, especially if it looked like the parent may be involved or something like that. I just don't think it's right to sit up on your platform and bash a parent. And I mean, if you suspect the parent, if you think, well, they might be guilty, they might be involved, that's one thing. But to sit there and just bash them and call them names and, but there is not one shred of evidence, factual, that points to Don and Candace. Everything on YouTube is hearsay. Every freaking bit of it. Every bit of it. If anybody can tell me one fact that says they did something, please tell me. Yeah, Anon, I am too. I am too. That PI has really put his mama through crap. And then these YouTubers, Michael Vaughn's mama too, and dad, and I mean, neighbors seen Monkey. But that's just how I feel. Well, that was off coincidental a little bit ago, wasn't it? I tried to come up and dud you see me. No, I didn't. Hold on. I was going to put the link in one last time and then, it's because I don't have I'm not in StreamYard. Let me get over to StreamYard, Angel Bear. I was on the YouTube chat. That's why I didn't see you, but I didn't hear it either. I was going to say I'm going to put that in one last time and then if nobody came, I'm going to head out. There you are.
Hello, everybody. How are you? I was just going to say, I wanted to know all that pray if we could pick a time every day, set our alarm clocks, and pray for these two cases to end. I really can't watch much Summer Wells cases live. I watch them the next day if I do watch them. And I'm doing that with the Delphi case too because it's just people are all over the place, and then you start wanting to argue with people in chat, and that's not going to do any good either. And so, but I wanted to see if we could set an alarm every day and pray for these two cases to end. Where two or more are gathered in prayer, God is there with us. So
Amen.
I just thought if we could just set an alarm and pray for an end on it, that would be great.
Well, yeah, I agree. And I know we got believers and prayer warriors in here. I already pray for, I do every day.
Too.
But I pray at night. But right. Yeah, if we set an alarm and pray at the same time every day, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And maybe we would see a resolve. It breaks my heart. I got out of all Summer Wells groups in the beginning because they were so mean to that family, and I couldn't take that. You got a suffering mother and father, and I don't care. People live poor every day. You ain't got to put all their house stuff all over everything and make them look disgusting. People are poor in America, and we got to get used to that. We have to get used to it. And people are not bad parents because they're poor. And I just couldn't stand that. I just couldn't,
Well, I mean, and when you're in addiction,
right,
you don't make good decisions.
Right.
And if you like I said this on my last show, I shared something on my Facebook today because I'm in this group, Moms of Addicts, because most people here know my son he's in recovery now. He's been clean going on. Let's see, over 3 years now.
Mhm.
So, people that's never been in addiction or people that's not family of somebody that is
Right.
don't understand, and I don't expect them to. But don't sit on your high horse and judge either.
Right. I agree.
And when you're in addiction, you don't make good decisions.
No, you
And
don't.
I think that's where it all underlies with them. But it sure doesn't make you a murderer or a trafficker or all the things they've been accused of. And I'm not going to sit up here and defend them and say, and make excuses for them for their behavior, because no, they've outright acted like jerks on YouTube
Right.
and stuff. You know,
Yep.
um, I think they have a really good idea of what or who made Summer got gone. And you know what? Like you and I said on the last one, they may have told Ellie what they think.
Mhm. Right.
Um,
Well, it's just like with people on Kelsey. How do people know what Kelsey done told Ellie and what she had, what she knows and what she don't know? I wish people would leave her alone too. I'm sick of it. It's sad the way people victim shame families. It's pitiful. I've never had a person of interest for either case, and I don't intend to until Ellie has an arrest made.
well, I'm sorry. I mean, I do for Summer Wells, and but
Oh
you know,
well, I
like I
didn't know. I didn't even know she existed. So,
she put herself there. She put
yep,
herself there, and she's
I understand.
sorry, guys. My grandson's he's making something and he's being noisy. But um, I mean, I sat quietly for a long time. I mean, like I told Scott H, I sat and I just watched for a long time, and I'm just like, gosh, how is nobody else seeing this? How is nobody? And then finally, people started saying, hey, wait, now she said this. No, wait, now she's saying this. Now
Yep, that's crazy. I hope she didn't,
well, hi, Lake,
but
girl.
I want to know. So maybe we can figure out how to post the time on your community slot or something, and we'll pray every day for these two to resolve. I can't do all the drama and all the craziness. I can't. It makes me sad. Depresses me.
It is very, very, very sad. It is.
Mhm.
Um, I mean, like I said, I don't watch anybody in Delphi. Uh,
Mhm. I watch Gray, but usually it's the next day because he's up so late. I have to go to bed. I can't stay up late. I have to get up early. I
oh,
have to be
well,
responsible.
yeah. A lot of my creators, they are night owls, man. I mean, they'll come on at
Because I work, so I can't do that.
midnight or 2 or 3. I'm like, what are you guys doing? And
My messenger stays on mute, so you should send me some so I can watch the next day.
oh yeah,
But,
mine's on do not disturb too.
but I really don't get into any chats unless it's you or Incog or I'll say hi and chaotic and I'll say hi and Mel and a lot of times I can't stay because they're on late too. But um, I don't do too much. The other person you talked about earlier, I've talked to that person till I'm blue in the face. But I said, it's funny how you're agreeing with some of the stuff that I brought up to you and him a couple years ago, or about 3 years ago when I was new, you know. And y'all are like, no, no, no. And then now he's believing some of it. And I'm just like, I called him out on it. Like, why are you believing some of this stuff? I don't understand. Maybe it's because he lost two of his friends and he's got to find somebody that will talk about stuff. I don't know.
Well,
I
and
really don't.
I mean, and honestly, I'm sorry. I don't feel sorry for him. He wonders why he's getting attacked. I don't like those other channels, though. Don't get me wrong.
No.
They're trash, too. But he wonders why he's getting attacked.
Mm-hmm.
And then he wonders why he keeps getting attacked. Just
I
shut
know.
up. Don't
I know.
even acknowledge those people. Just
That's
shut
what
up.
I tried. I tried that too.
But the more you talk back to them, the more you're going to get it.
Right,
Just
right.
them.
I told him he's too good for that and to ignore that, but he wouldn't listen to me. So I can't get into none of that either. I just try to stay away. I mean, I will be in the background in case I have to block somebody for him if they come in cussing and threatening and attacking. But other than that, I can't. I'm going to be the same way because some of those people talk about crazy stuff in the chat, and I don't like, it's one thing like you said tonight, you said a name, but I don't like using people's names in a way that can ruin them for life. If you've already been used by the police, that's a different story. But like I've tried to say, if you're in management, you can't afford to pay for a background check. So you use Google to background. I just want some of these people to look up these people's names on Google, and everything on them is in Reddit, and everything on them that's ever been on YouTube is all on the Google page. And this person, it's going to carry with them the rest of their life, even after they find BG, because it's not going to say this person was cleared because they found BG. So any video that's ever been put out on somebody is going to stay on Google because somehow or another it catches the person's name. And you can just take one and Google it, and you will see all kinds of videos on one person, and you're like, it's ruining this person's life, and they're not even a person of interest of LE. I just can't stand that. We got to be better people. We gotta be better people until the police. Till you have some kind of proof about the police, then you can say, you know. But if we can't have that proof, we need to be better people because you're going to ruin somebody's life like that. And I can't believe some of these people doing it. And I can't believe people that blame the families when you had never thought that they would have been like that.
Right. Now, hey, hold on, guys. Don't go nowhere yet because Scott H just commented back to me on his community post.
Okay, well, I'll jump off and he can come up, okay?
No, he's not here yet.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying, don't nobody go nowhere. I commented back if he sees it. I asked him if he wanted to come say a few. He might not see it because
I don't want to take up any time. I just think that, we should be praying. And the more prayers we have going up, maybe it'll be solved.
Well, I can make a post so everybody make sure they look on there and then put the best time for everybody, and we can, or I can put a few times on there.
I'm up and right. Do a few times, right. That'd be better. Because I'm up until at least 11 at night.
And then everybody can just say, yeah, let's do this time. And then the ones that, get the most, then we can all pick that time. I mean, I know, like I said, most of us pray, but yeah, if we all pray at the same time.
Maybe God will hear us. Because I'm so sick of all the drama. I can't take it anymore. And I'm thinking, how can I put into this, And I don't want to, seeing all this drama stuff, I don't want to start a YouTube channel for crime. So if I ever do, it'll be a motivation thing.
Hi, Lisa.
Yeah, Lisa says, for inspiration and motivation.
Lisa says you can lose some IQ points watching some of the Delphi stuff. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, It's just the genre, I think. Yeah, Wes, God always hears us.
And the thing is, there's nothing new. So,
And I just want to say one thing real quick. I'm not trying to go politic, and I don't want to debate on it, but I just want to say it because I'm so tired of. It's sad that America has sat by this long and stayed silent with everything that's going on in our country. That I'm going to tell you, if they come after our guns, they will not sit silent any longer. There will be
mhm,
blood in our streets. It is
mhm,
not guns that kill people. It is people that kill people.
right. I was
And
thinking in
it's
talking
just
with,
like I saw a comment from Little Pookie on Randy's channel. Knives don't stab people. People do.
right,
Ropes don't strangle people. People do.
right,
Pencils don't jab people. People do.
right.
What are you? What? I mean, you know what I mean?
Hmm. I was thinking that maybe if they wanted to do something for a time being until they can figure out something else to do, they can maybe stop the sale of bullets for those big guns. You know, the AK-47s and the machine guns and that kind of stuff, just until they figure out how to vet if people are mental or not. But I keep telling people there's underground sale of guns. If somebody wants a gun, they're going to be able to find one. Or if somebody wants a group of people dead, they're going to pay somebody to do it, and they're going to give them the gun to do it. So I don't know what the answer is either, Ange. It's awful. But they can't come for our guns.
No.
Because if they want to, they'll build a bomb. If they want to, they'll drive a truck or a semi into a group of people. There's all kinds of stuff they can do besides just shoot a gun.
Right. I like Pammy Joe's comment. In all fairness, nobody has been cleared, right? Well, there was in that one doggone, I can't remember if it was the last Down the Hill or People's episode. Tobe did go through a list of a few people,
Okay,
but anyway,
and
she goes on to say, in all fairness, nobody has been cleared, right? So maybe if Ellie, FBI, or whomever would clear at least the families publicly, then the drama would focus elsewhere, because in most cases they are first. And that's a good point. I wish they would.
right. But if you go back to the first press conference, the first year where they met at the Woods, it was the year anniversary, and they're talking about Daniel Nations, because I think Mr. Famous G Man brought that name up, and then I think Carter says we're not interested in anybody up to this point that's been a person of interest, and then that's when somebody said, are they cleared? And they said no, but they're covered. So me, covered means they probably have an alibi,
Yeah,
just
that's
like
yeah.
the family had an alibi. All people got to do is go back and listen to that one thing. And Carter says we're not interested in anybody that's been brought up in the past year. Well, that would mean family and nations and Ron Logan and so on and so forth, you know. And
Yeah.
that's what people need to remember, that they, you know, they have said that in the beginning. And but even still, anything that goes on, somebody wants to blame the family of any case. Well, guess what? You need to wait until it comes out. But I remember how devastated I was. Well, it was her name, Susan something. I think she lived in Missouri, and she drowned her two boys in that car.
Yeah.
you know. And
Texas.
I did get a funny feeling about her. And we was like, this just does not sound right. But I remember me and my friends sitting down at the kitchen table and discussing it. We need to still wait until the police say that it's their fault, you know. And by now, if it was somebody in the family, they would have done called them. And I can tell you right now, Kelsey nor Becky, either one is covering for anybody. That makes me so mad when people say that. Why would they be fighting for justice and covering for a family member? Like I had to make a comment on a post today. Why Kelsey don't look anything like a second sketch? I
No.
said she's fighting for justice for her sister, and they said how, and I just totally ignored them. How? As much as that girl does, I mean, come on, leave her alone. It just disgusts me.
Thank you so much, Anon. I
And
can
it
get fired
disgusted
up
me.
though. I really can. I can get
I
fired up
can.
when I want
I
to.
know
I
I
was in the
can too.
mood when I first started. I was.
Because I was like, how can we not report these channels and get them taken over? It don't say it's a free country because you can't say whatever you want to on Facebook or YouTube if it's, you know, it
Well,
just
here's
they
the
don't
thing.
care.
Here's the thing about Facebook. You can say anything as long as it's disturbing,
Right.
but don't say anything positive. Don't say anything about Christianity or anything, or you're going to get,
Well, I posted and I got blocked for 60 days. I posted, it was after that girl got killed in Wisconsin and they found that little boy in that suitcase in Indiana. I posted, if you kill a child, you should be killed. And they told me I was inciting violence. And so they blocked me for 60 days. But I like cried for 2 days straight because it was just so sad, you know? I can't believe people hurt kids.
well, I know. I know. I can't. And is this going to sound twisted? But I'm not even going to say it because it will get twisted. Never mind. I'm not going to say it because it will get twisted. I'm not going to say it.
Everything gets twisted.
Yeah. I'm not going to say it.
But I think the main thing is just keeping the stories out there and telling the thing of the days. That's all we know. You know, that's it. That's all we know.
Yeah, Lisa, she was talking about Susan Smith.
Yes, that's who it was. Oh, it broke my heart so bad. Mm. And she's here in prison. Mm.
Is she?
You know, the other one that broke my heart was the lady that drowned her 5 kids. But there was more to that. And I'm glad they finally let her out of prison and put her in a mental institution. Because her husband in that church they belonged to had a lot to do with her decision of doing that. That was sad. That broke my heart too. And I think that was in the early 90s when that happened. I think it was, they lived in Texas. But their preacher said if a child didn't die before they were 12, before age of accountability, that they would go to hell.
Mm.
And he danced in the streets dressed in a dragon suit doing that. And it was sad. It's pitiful. That poor woman, her husband wouldn't let her use birth control, so she had kid after kid after kid after kid after kid. She was in postpartum depression and everything. And I think she just got brainwashed.
Yeah. Hey, has anybody seen Swifty?
I'm not in any live chats really, and so I haven't.
Nico, have you seen Swifty around? I just wondered. I haven't seen her around at all. Which I mean, I'm not in Delphi. Maybe that's why I haven't seen her.
I haven't seen Wombat around either. I talked to him a couple months ago, but I haven't
I
since
haven't
then.
seen him. He's messaged me.
I
I told
told him he better.
but I haven't
you
seen him
better
until
you better message Ange too, is what I told you.
if Kelsey were on the bridge, she could get Libby to follow in her own persona. Duh. Wouldn't the skies alert something?
Puke.
I don't know what that means.
I understand nobody's perfect, but I can understand you've talked to me before and you've misunderstood me. And Wendy has, Dana has, a couple other people I've talked to, and I have to say something like 4 times. Could you imagine me speaking on public forums for my family? How many times I would screw up? I can tell you it would happen a lot. And Kelsey was a kid. So,
Yeah.
that's what I have to say to those people. She was a child still. 17 years old is still a child to me. And you're not going to remember everything, especially if you didn't know to look for it. You're not going to remember cars that are there and everybody that was standing there.
Well, I know myself even now, like, I could tell you something today, but then, maybe parts would come back to me later on something, just depending. And it could be not something that important of, it may not be that I don't want to say dramatic. It could be something not that serious, or it could be something that's, all I can say is I can't even imagine. I can't even fathom, you know.
Mm-mm.
We just can't judge. We should not judge
No, we
because
should not. Because it'll come back to you tenfold. It'll come back and smack you right in the face real hard. And it will. You go judging people and it's going to come back on you.
I mean, and even, I started to say unless you've been in that situation, but even if you've been in that situation, it's still, people are different. It's different for
Right.
everybody.
Right. And I know I lost my cousin in 2008 and
Oh, there's Deb. There
I
she
still scream at
is.
him. I
I was
still
just,
scream at him.
I was just talking about you earlier, Deb. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what I would do. I know I'd go half freaking crazy or all the way crazy. I don't know if
Mhm.
I'd be able to function. I don't know if I'd be able to get out of bed. I don't know if I could, I don't know.
That's
I
me.
know I know I'd need some nerve medicine. I know that for a fact. I know one thing. I told my friend the other day, I was with Jenica. I said, after this, after seeing all that's happened in Delphi, all of Summer Wells, I said, God forbid this ever happen. I will
Mhm.
not ever, I would never speak to the news, and I would never speak to anybody on you. Hell no, so they could twist every damn thing. No, I wouldn't.
Right. Because they would twist it, but I would,
Because then
somebody has to.
everybody'd be saying, because it would hit the news, right? So
Yeah,
then
they'd be
everybody'd
saying their
be saying,
family's not saying nothing.
well, why aren't they talking? Why ain't she talking? Oh, she got something to hide. Something's going on. Oh my
Because
gosh.
they're already doing it in the Dylan Rounds case. And it's like,
That mama's been, I'm going to tell you what, she's a
right.
firecracker and she's been on it from get. She's fighting for
Yes.
her baby.
Right. And she may want to keep certain narratives away from the media, but other than that, she's fighting for her child. And she's on every show possible, and I'm proud of her because I would be doing the same thing. And people don't like that. But you know what? They say you should just get a lawyer and get a private investigator and do this and do that. Well, sometimes they still don't care. You've got to be the one fighting for your family because sometimes Ellie don't.
Well, after that PI that her family hired, hell, I wouldn't want to get a PI for nothing.
And
And I hope he's ruined so bad that nobody ever hires him.
They say Ellie and Delphi's not doing anything. How they know they're not doing nothing? How do you know they're not working from home? And how do people know what Delphi's doing?
Now Ziggy's live. See, everybody going live for Summer Wells. Ain't no wonder nobody come over to see
what's going on in Summer Wells.
Oh gosh, everything.
I haven't watched for a while. It just breaks my heart. I couldn't imagine my 6-year-old missing and me not know where they're at. I'd go crazy.
Yes, she does, Chanda. She does. Thank you, Lake and Nico, for letting me know about Swifty. Yes, Angie Barlow's mom is a fighter. She is. I get notifications on her page. That one. I did a couple shows on her. I did one, and then I wanted to do another one because that really touched me. I didn't really say much anything different. It bothered me. Angie Barlow's case bothered me because it just seems like, how is there not a freaking arrest? It just seemed so to me like it's so like bam, right in the face. I still don't understand why there's not. I mean, I do. I mean, no, I don't understand, but I I get it. I mean, I'm not making any sense.
You're fine. I'm going to jump off here. Don't forget to put that in the community.
I won't.
So we can be in prayer and maybe that'll help resolve it. Go to God and petition. Please resolve this.
I won't, but y'all. Okay, goodbye, Hope. Love you. Miss you. Okay, but y'all make sure and get up there and put times too.
I will.
All right. Goodbye, Angel Bear.
I love you.
Love you.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Yeah, I can always count on Angel Bear to come up here. But yeah, Shanda, Angie Barlow's case really did touch me. And Lake knew a lot about that case too, I remember. She was a beautiful girl. That was a sad story. That was a very sad story. Or is a sad story. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes. Well, guys, if nobody else wants to come up, I think I'm going to shut her down. Y'all a bunch of chickens. No, I'm teasing. I'm teasing. Now, I do want to tell you guys, though, if you have a case that is close to your heart and that you want to ever discuss, we can do that. And you can come up on panel and we can do that. So if ever you want to, you send it to me and we'll do a show. And you can come up on panel. You don't have to show your face. Why is she still showing up there? Oh, I'm on YouTube. It does that. You don't have to show your face or anything. I subscribe to your podcast, Shanda. It should showed you that I did. Well, it didn't give an option to subscribe. It just gave an option to follow, if I remember right, but I did. I went right there and did that, like the next day, I think, after my last live. Hi, Lynn. Now, see, I haven't, I see that a lot, but I haven't followed it, Lynn. It's, I'm going to tell you, I'm just going to be honest. It's hard for me to follow too many at once. Like, Delphi was like right in my backyard. Okay. I'm local to Delphi. And so that was like, that's all I followed. And that's what I came to YouTube for originally. But then I started doing other cases, like ones that, nobody paid attention to really, or ones that were requested for me to do. And then I took a long break, and then I got hooked on Summer Wells. And then Dylan Rounds came about, and I'm kind of following that. And then I can't remember the name of that one. I just happened to stumble on that I shared in my group the other day. Man, that was sad. Oh, Harsh did that one. Yeah, I'm subbed to Harsh Reality, and he is Harsh Reality. I don't, now I don't agree with him with on Monkey's case, but that's okay. Like I said, I follow a lot of creators. Doesn't mean I agree with everything they say or do, but that's okay. We don't have to agree on everything. We can agree to disagree, but we don't have to be hateful about it. We can be respectful. We can, I need to look at that case though, because I see it everywhere. Yeah. I'm glad you do feel safe here, Pammy. I mean, I think I'm a fair chat. I mean, I allow all opinions and everything as long I just, I want everybody to be respectful to each other. I don't allow bashing on families. Um, you know, um, I don't really like people to bash LE either. I mean, they can give their opinion, like, um, I don't think I have that many really rules here. Um, oh, Lan, really? I'm sorry. Oh, so they did find the killer. Okay. That's good. So that was in your backyard. It's really hard when it is a case so close to your home, I mean, and that's why, I mean, Delphi just done a number on me. I mean, it was just like, wow, it was just first they were missing, and it's like, they'll find him, I mean, really, I thought they're going to find him, and they're just going to, they're teenagers, and they're just probably out goofing off. I was a teenager, and they're just out running with their friends, or just, and then they did. And then I swear, I'm like, They're going to find who did this by the end of the week. I mean, really. And then, gosh, oh my gosh. Yeah. Yes, yes, Deb, I saw that. You guys were so great for Kelsey. That was so sweet. I know, West, right? I believe though there's coming a day. There's a coming a day. There is coming a day. Do you own the motel, Lynn? Is that what you were saying? Yeah, Deb's channel. They've been really gracious to Kelsey and the family. They really have. Well, I'm kind of embarrassed to say, but I think I did know about BTK before Delphi. But BTK is the one that I think is closest to Delphi or, reminds me of Delphi. Oh, well, Deb, you go figure, right? I mean, they twist every freaking thing. I believe they will. I really do. I believe they will, West. I really wish I could tell you guys something. I really do, but I can't and I'm not because it's just hearsay anyway, and I wouldn't expect you to believe me. It's, you know, because like I said, I preach it. If it doesn't come from Ellie, it's not fact. But I can just tell you, there's things happening. There will come a day. God is all over it. Kelsey didn't need to ask, did she? Does she? Come on now. People are stupid if they think that. Kelsey don't need to ask for money. The Patties don't need to ask for money. Oh gosh, Lynn, I'm so sorry. Oh, Pammy, no judgment here ever. Mm-mm. Nope, not in my chat. Nope. Now, I've been accused of being judgmental and hypocritical because I go to church. But when you're in true crime and you're discussing a case and a suspect, and especially like I did tonight, I, I mean, I don't know how to. But everybody, every one of us are hypocritical, judgmental, or whatever sometimes in our life. We're sinners, you know. I mean, I don't know. I'm a sinner saved by grace, and God is always working on me. So ain't never one time ever heard me say I'm perfect, because I'm far from it. I love my Jesus too. I'm a Jesus freak. Oh, she's not talking to you, Pammy. She's just saying period, like to everybody that picks on Kelsey. Oh, Lynn, I think I've seen you on a couple shows. Oh, maybe I haven't then. I'm sorry. Well, because I know there's a Lynn in Summer Wells, and I think I've seen her on a couple shows. So I'm sorry, I jumped the gun. I think I confused you. I'll tell you, I don't know what I'd do in my life without the Lord. I wouldn't made it through a lot of things without him. Do you, Lynn? That's beautiful. Well, guys, you know what? We've been on for 2 hours. That's a record for me lately. Maybe one time, one day, sometime we'll go for 6 again. No, I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could do it again. Yeah, West, you made it too. I don't know how we did that time. I don't even know. I mean, we were just talking, having a good old time, and dang. Right, Shanda. Only the good Lord. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to call it a night. Thank you all for hanging in with me. I won't, Angel. I'm going to do it right now as soon as I get off here. It'll be on my community post. Yes, they will. Yeah, right. Like, hey, I had my robe on because it's cold in my house. Me and my husband fight over that temperature, you know. Good night, Sharon. Thank you guys for hanging in with me. I love you all. And I don't know when I'll be back. I'll tell you what, man. My grandson starts football up again next week, I think. And I'm telling you what, man, busy, 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 busy. But I'll try to be back soon, just for even a live chat, just a chill live chat. We don't even have to talk about. I don't even have to gripe. Okay. Thank you guys. I love you all. Have a good night, a good week. Love ya.